A new construction project on a local highway kicking off with safety in mind. This noon, Stephen Cavazos takes a look at the multi-million-dollar initiative and how it could help save lives on a busy corridor.
A big step in the fight against COVID-19, how young children could soon have more protection against the virus.
A good chance for showers and storms tonight. We'll talk timing coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
What may have been a bad decision by a driver will likely be the catalyst for some major criminal charges.
San Antonio police say that person drove off after hitting a man on a downtown street. It was in the 500 block of Navarro. That victim later died.
And as Katrina Weber reports, based on what witnesses told police, it seems the driver was aware of what had happened.
An ambulance takes off headed to a hospital, but for the patient inside, it still is too late. That 41-year-old man died as a result of a crash which happened around 9:30 last night. San Antonio police say witnesses told them he was hit in the 500 block of Navarro by a dark-colored or black Dodge Charger. Apparently, it was so forceful that the man was knocked right out of his shoes. Who hit him, though, is a question investigators are still trying to answer. Witnesses told police the man was actually crossing this intersection diagonally, going from this corner to that one when he was hit by the northbound car. They say the driver stopped for a split second, but then took off again. No one, it seems, was able to offer a description of the driver, but based on the witness statements, it's possible this could have been regarded as just an accident. Police say instead, because the driver left without calling for help, he or she will be facing serious charges, including failure to stop and render aid, causing death. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at noon, a driver will not be facing charges after running over a man on the northwest side. That victim also later died. Police say the person was lying right in the middle of the road near I-10 and La Cantera Parkway just after 3 in the morning. A driver hit the man. Officers say the driver did not see the man until it was too late to avoid hitting him. The driver stayed, though, and called for help, so that person will not face charges.
Now to the coronavirus pandemic. Early this morning, Pfizer officially submitted its vaccine data for children ages 5 to 11. The FDA will now review that data. And as ABC's Rena Roy explains, the CDC director says we could see emergency use authorization for that age group in just weeks.
A big step in the fight against COVID-19. Younger children could soon have protection against the virus, with Pfizer submitting vaccine data for ages 5 to 11 for emergency use authorization from the FDA.
If they approve it, we will be ready with our manufacturing to provide this new formulation of the vaccines. It's 1/3 of the dose that we are giving to the rest of the population.
Pfizer says in clinical trials that lower dose appeared safe and effective in that age group. Kids who participated in the trial in San Francisco's Bay Area say they were excited to be a part of it.
I feel good. I feel proud that I got into it.
I immediately wanted to do it so I can have more time with my friends without masks.
This as healthcare facilities across New York State brace for possible staffing shortages, with the state's vaccine mandate taking effect for healthcare workers.
You need to be assured that the person taking care of you is not going to give COVID to you.
With 8% of the state's healthcare workers still unvaccinated, thousands stand to lose their job if they refuse to get vaccinated.
We will not comply! It's terrifying to me what's going to happen. The waits in ERs, the lack of care, the long waits for bells to be answered. It's terrifying.
After a court ruling overnight, New York City will require all public school employees to get their shots by Friday. In North Carolina, Novant Health firing nearly 200 employees for refusing to follow the company's mandatory vaccination policy there.
Some positive news on the vaccine front. The racial gap in vaccination rates appears to be closing, with a new KFF poll showing at least 70% of Hispanic and Black adults have gotten at least one dose, roughly the same percentage as white adults. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Yes, it's election day. Today, voters picking the person who's going to fill the seat for the 118 district. Voters in southern and eastern parts of Bexar County can now vote for one of the 5 candidates. You see them on the screen. Katie Farias, John Lujan, Desi Martinez, Frank Ramirez and Adam Sawyer. That seat was previously held by Leo Pacheco of San Antonio, but he gave it up last month to take a job at San Antonio College. Polls are going to be open until 7 o'clock tonight. If you're unsure whether you live in House District 118, we have a link that will tell you on our website.
TxDOT and VIA teaming up to usher in improvements and safety along one of the busiest corridors here in San Antonio. Those changes are happening along State Highway 16 from Loop 410 to Braun Road on the city's northwest side. Your traffic authority Stephen Cavazos was there and tells us what this will mean for the community.
It's called the State Highway 16 Safety Project, and while the goal is easier transportation, the minds behind this project say they hope it will not only prevent deaths, but save lives. Today, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held at the corner of State Highway 16, otherwise known as Bandera Road and Eckert. Local leaders joined TxDOT and VIA as they celebrated the highly anticipated changes, some of which will include new sidewalks, ramps, railings, and bus pads. But the goal is safety. According to TxDOT, pedestrian deaths due to traffic crashes account for almost 1 in 5 of all traffic-related deaths. District 7 Councilwoman Anna Sandoval and Leon Valley Mayor Chris Riley say these improvements will make a big difference along the heavily congested corridor.
That road is with us throughout the whole district. So whatever happens on this road affects all of our residents in District 7.
It's the end result. It's going to improve our connectivity, our safety, our mobility.
This is all part of a $3.6 million joint fund initiative from TxDOT and VIA. Now, although construction is still underway, the project is expected to be completed by the end of this year. Stephen Cavazos, KSAT 12 News.
And speaking of highways, that's the topic for tonight's episode of KSAT Explains. Tonight, the team takes a look at 2 major expansion projects on the horizon. Those projects are targeting Loop 1604 and I-35. And you can hear about some of the pushback those projects have received. KSAT Explains What's Driving Highways will be available to stream tonight at 7 p.m. on KSAT.com, the KSAT TV app, and our Facebook page. If you can't watch it live, we will post the full episode so you can watch it on demand later on tonight.
And then happening tomorrow, we're going to be live streaming a town hall tomorrow to preview San Antonio's Startup Week. The town hall will be hosted by Max Massey and Tiffany Huertas. They're going to be joined by members of the city's business and tech communities. You can watch it on KSAT.com or on our KSAT streaming apps. Startup Week is held in October and brings more than 2,000 entrepreneurs to downtown San Antonio. A local organization that wants to provide a safe place for girls to learn, grow, and thrive will soon have a new home. Details on the project and the resources that'll be available to girls in our community.
An emotional night for Dak Prescott turned into a huge home victory for the Cowboys. Highlights and reaction coming up in sport.
A Spurs legend now hoping to provide support for the next generation. How David Robinson and his family are helping local students reach their goals.
Here in the San Antonio community, of course, we love our Spurs, and it's not just what they do on the court. As Max Massey shows us, Spurs Hall of Famer David Robinson and his family are working to inspire the next generation by investing in education and mentorship through the David Robinson Fellowship Program.
David Robinson is someone I admire a lot. He lives by core values that I wish to live by.
Meet Jonathan Villa, a student at the Idea Carver Academy College Prep and a David Robinson Fellow.
It is very impactful and very meaningful to me. It is very eye-opening.
David Robinson, obviously one of the most impactful players on the court for the Spurs, but off the court, he is leaving a different legacy. We're going to create the next generation of leaders right here in our community.
You always hope you're going to be able to impact more people. You hope you have a program that's successful, that's impactful, and with Idea, you know, we have probably one of the most impactful programs in the country.
The fellowship works to build communication skills and social networks to set the students up for long-term success.
Once a month their senior year, we spend 4 or 5 hours together on Saturdays and really try and bring in the community. Each different day will have a different topic. So mental health, financial literacy.
The goal is to grow the program for years to come and help local families change for generations to come.
I hope that they begin to understand that they are our future leaders and that leaders have to take responsibility. Leaders have to step forward. Leaders have to be willing to accept responsibility for the people next to them. So I hope that's what they take away.
As for Jonathan, he tells me he and his brother are the first in their families to earn their high school diplomas, and he has big plans for the future.
I'm interested in computer science. I hope to be attending University of Texas at Austin.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
A local organization celebrating a big milestone after 17 years making a difference in young girls' lives here. It's now working to renovate a new facility that will help provide more valuable resources to girls in our community. The building is off of Bassey Road. It'll be the new home for Girls, Inc. This organization works to help girls be strong, smart, and bold. The new campus will feature an entrepreneurship and finance lab, as well as an outdoor classroom and nature space.
Girls need a safe place to be themselves, to find support, to ask questions that they wouldn't ask in class, to find friendship and be challenged to set goals and achieve all they can be. Many of the girls we work with have never been told they can be successful. And we are here to provide mentorship, friendship, challenge and support so that girls can be successful and independent in anything they want to do.
The renovations start next month, and they hope to open the facility by summer of 2022.
HEB partners, family, and friends celebrating today. One of the grocery store's truck drivers reached 4 million miles without accidents or traffic violations this morning. Danny Guerrero has been an HEB transportation partner for 41 years. It's rare for this milestone to be reached. HEB truck drivers hit it. He's only the second one to do that in the history of driving for HEB. Guerrero's family and his HEB family gathered and cheered for him as he pulled into HEB's warehouse facilities. So there he is, coming right in there. That's 4 million miles right there. He gave advice to young drivers, too.
You don't have to speed to get there, and luckily for us, our trucks have never been fast, so taking your time, if you're in your car, whatever, take your time and you'll get there.
Tonight, Sarah Costa will share his full story about what this achievement means to him. I'll bet you he uses his blinker every time he turns, too.
I bet he does. You know, they say timing is everything. And we're watching the skies because we need some rain.
Oh, we sure do. And there is a pretty decent chance tonight. We're going to watch for some storms coming in from the west. Hopefully we get some soaking rains. We don't want the flooding, but hopefully just some soaking rains. It's a possibility. The aquifer continues to drop. It's down nearly a foot today to 656.7. So that underscores the need for some rain. Ragweed jumped up a little bit today. It's in a moderate category. Molds and fall elm are low. We'll take a look at that forecast and let you know when we could see some more heavy rain later in the week as well.
It looks like this is going to turn into an interesting day and an interesting week.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, my yard looks horrible at this point.
I'm with you. My yard turned brown pretty quickly. It's amazing how fast that happens around here. And yes, there is some rain in the forecast. It's going to be some bouts of rain here and there, but I think when it's all said and done, we'll have some decent rainfall totals by the weekend. If you go outside right now, you never know. We got blue skies and it's warming up quickly. We're going to be in the 90s today. We're already up to 86. Calm winds. Look at the feels like number. 91. Dew point is at 71. So this humid air is contributing to some heat index values. And I think the heat index goes as high as the upper 90s here in San Antonio today. So it is going to be warm and humid. 89 in New Braunfels. 89 Helotes, 82 Bernie Stage, 91 already in Devine. So things really heating up there. 90 in Carrizo Springs, 92 in Cotulla, and up to 90 already in Gonzales. Looking at the dew point tracker, dew points are in the 60s today, and boy, they stay high all week long. It's going to be sticky, and all this moisture is going to contribute to those rain chances down the line. Here's a look at the current heat index. This is what it feels like when you factor in those high dew points. Feels like 99 in Pleasanton, 96 in Kennedy, feels like 96 in Carrizo Springs. Very almost summer-like out there the way things are going today. And this is the forecast. We're going 92, 93 here in San Antonio. Heat index in the upper 90s. Several spots we'll see that heat index climb to 100 or above. But it's pretty much just today. I think after today, temperatures will come down a little bit. There's a look at the current setup. We do have a couple of showers out there, heavier rain out towards Houston. And we'll zoom out some. And behind all of this is our upper level low, which is spreading out over New Mexico. It's not going to move over top of us, but it's allowing for disturbances to roll through. And we're already starting to see some rain and showers and storms develop out in West Texas. That energy will be pushing east, especially as we get into tonight. There is a marginal risk of severe weather today. It's low wind. On a scale of 1 to 5, we're talking about a 1 here, but gusty winds would be the main threat if we do get any strong storms tonight, as I think they'll turn into a line and move west to east. That does include San Antonio, by the way, that marginal risk. So let's time it out here. By the time we get into 6 p.m. tonight, we've got some isolated showers and storms, but not much out there other than these storms starting to develop out west. These come together into a line, or at least a broken line. This is around 10 o'clock. Some heavier rain out west, working east by midnight into the early morning hours of Wednesday. And this model is pretty slow to push things through. If it is indeed this slow, we could get some decent rainfall totals in spots, although flooding doesn't look to be a huge concern right now. They could be in spots, but widespread flooding, because we've been so dry, hopefully won't be a big issue. By the time we get into tomorrow morning for the morning commute, there still could be a few showers and storms around, so a heads up there. And then by noontime tomorrow, a lot of this is starting to clear out and we'll get a little bit of a break in the action. There is a risk for flooding rainfall, a marginal risk, just like the severe weather risk. It is low end, but it is there with some pockets of heavy rain expected. How about the rainfall potential through the weekend? This is not just tonight, not just tomorrow, but this is all the way through Sunday morning. We're thinking widespread 1 to 3 inches, but notice where you see some of these reds and oranges, and this will change. This is a general idea here. There could be some pockets of 4 to 5 inches, which obviously could cause a little bit of flooding. Here's the extended forecast. We're going to go 93 degrees today, 30% chance of rain, but as we get into tonight, a 70% chance of rain, 30% chance tomorrow, 40% chance Thursday, but better chances again Thursday night into Friday. 60% chance Thursday night, 70% chance during the day on Friday. Showers and storms likely, and that will linger over into Saturday before things quiet down a little bit into Sunday. And notice the temperatures come down. We're talking low 80s Friday into Saturday. And very quickly, we've mentioned this several times last couple days, but I think it's worth mentioning again. If you have that KSAT weather app, or if you'd like to have the KSAT weather app, it's a great way for us to communicate with you, watches and warnings. We have some live broadcasts on there. That QR code you see on your screen, if you hover your phone camera over it, it'll give you a link to download the KSAT weather app. And we'll be posting stuff on there. We'll be letting you know what's going on. And you can also post your pictures on there too. Just don't forget to turn on your notifications. That's how we send some of those alerts to you and keep you up to date on what's going on with this active weather pattern, guys.
So much to watch. Thanks so much, Justin.
The Spurs get to work with their first practice of training camp. We got that coming up for you, and the Roadrunners have a chance to make more history this weekend. On the way.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
An emotional return for Dak Prescott back in Cowboys AT&T Stadium for the first time for a home game since he injured that ankle back in Week 5 of last season. He picked up where he left off against the NFC rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles. Marched the Cowboys down, 75-yard drive, 6 plays. Ezekiel Elliott scores 7-0 following a strip sack in the end zone for a touchdown by the Eagles. Cowboys answer. Dak to Dalton Schultz, 19-yard touchdown, 14-7 in the second quarter. Another long drive, 13 plays, 65 yards. Another Zeke touchdown, this time for 3 yards out. Following a missed extra point, 20-7 at the half. The second half barely underway when Trayvon Diggs made good on his promise of more interceptions this year. Only this time he gets the interception and a 60-yard pick six. 27-7. That's what the Cowboys led early in the third. They go on to win it 41-21. They're now 2-1 on the season.
Earlier in the year, and I'll say it again, I think just getting hurt last year and having to sit back and watch football, getting a different perspective of just different ways people play this game, and then going back and the experience obviously has helped, but then just studying and preparing myself, and then all the work that I've put in just to get back healthy, and not only with the leg, but with the shoulder.
If you're on the campus of UTSA, you can feel the excitement building for those Roadrunners. They have a chance to start the season 5-0 for the first time in team history. They will host UNLV this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. They are coming off their biggest comeback in school history. They were down 21-0. They stormed back to win the game in the closing seconds off the foot of Hunter Duplessis. He kicked the game-winning field goal from 42 yards out. No time left on the clock. He earned his second Conference USA Special Teams Player of the Week award after that kick. 31-28 was the final. Head coach Jeff Traylor doesn't want this to be a flash in the pan, though.
We want this university to be what we know it should be. We've got great kids. It's just a neat place. It's just a very multicultural city with a bunch of humble, good people that deserve a great sports program to cheer for. And I know we have the Spurs, we've got other things, but man, this is the state of Texas. This is a football state. And I love hoops as much as anybody, but we need to get this thing going.
All right, you can help them get it going this Saturday by showing up in the Alamo Dome for the 5 p.m. kickoff. Today's the first day of practice for the Spurs as they open up training camp, and that's where Greg Popovich begins his 26th season as the head coach, with as many as 8 new players in the roster that were not there last year. But there are some familiar faces coming back. First off, Manu Ginobili, who is back as a member of the staff now. He'll be a special advisor to basketball operations. DeJounte Murray, Derek White, they're all back. They had their press conferences yesterday, and Derek White even had his interrupted by a teammate.
I've been here for a while. I know what's expected, so just try to get to know people outside of basketball and then try to help them out any way I can. So it's been fun, and we got a bunch of new guys, so it's been cool just to get knowing these people, except Lonnie.
What do you really think about Keldon Johnson, though?
KJ? I mean, he's amazing. I mean, his energy, his... you got any words back there?
Overrated.
That's why you my guy, yo. Hey, Lonnie, see me outside real quick.
All right, now that he's gone, he's annoying, talks too much, won't leave me alone.
Can you imagine what this season's going to be like with all these? And we call them kids, young men. They're like 25 and younger on this team. So
growing a new team.
Oh man, it's going to be fun all the way around, on and off the court for those guys.
We'll be right back. In their first congressional testimony on the tumultuous final months of America's longest war, top military acknowledging misjudging the fragility of Afghanistan's army. And they said they believe the U.S. should have kept at least 2,500 troops there to prevent a rapid takeover by the Taliban, as happened. ABC's Elizabeth Schultze now has the latest from that testimony.
Top Pentagon leaders are in the hot seat, facing a grilling on Capitol Hill about the chaotic U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mark Milley, and Commander of the U.S. Central Command General Kenneth McKenzie defending the end of America's longest war.
Staying longer than we did would have made it even more dangerous for our people and would not have significantly changed the number of evacuees we could get out.
In the final days of the U.S. withdrawal, an ISIS-K suicide bomber killed 13 American service members and some 170 Afghans at the Kabul airport. 15 U.S. Marines were also wounded. Lawmakers blasted the officials for how they handled the evacuations and left thousands of vulnerable Afghans who helped the U.S. behind.
The American people deserve answers. How did this avoidable disaster happen? Why were Americans left behind?
General Milley is also on defense over calls he made to his Chinese counterpart in the final days of the Trump presidency by reportedly secretly assuring China the U.S. would not launch a military strike. The claims were first reported in the new book Peril from Bob Woodward and Bob Costa.
My task at that time was to de-escalate.
America's top general staunchly pushing back on criticism he should resign.
At no time was I attempting to change or influence the process, usurp authority, or insert myself in the chain of command.
Despite calls for Milley's resignation, including from former President Trump, President Biden has said he has great confidence in the general. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
After 5 years, President Obama is breaking ground on a presidential center in Chicago. During an interview with Good Morning America, the president talked about the milestone, and he weighed in on some of the issues facing the country right now. One major issue discussed, the growing immigration problem, especially the recent images of thousands of Haitian migrants camped out in Del Rio. The president says that it's a heartbreaking situation.
Unfortunately, comprehensive immigration reform has consistently gotten stuck. Partly because we can't get enough Republicans to support it. What happened, at the Texas border is a painful reminder that we don't have this right yet.
President Obama says the situation in Del Rio is the result of, quote, overall dysfunctional system. The migrant camp in Del Rio has since been cleared, with the U.S. government sending many people back to Haiti.
Look at outside with live cams. Hard to believe the forecast that we have for the rest of the week. It really looks pretty out there.
It looks nice, although I'll tell you, it is humid. The humidity really surged back in overnight, so it's sticky. We're going to have some heat index values to deal with today. Very quickly, I want to show you the aquifer and where we stand there, because it is dropping off. It's down to 656.7 today. It's been on a pretty steady drop last couple of weeks. And we are in stage 1 restrictions for SAWS customers here in San Antonio. Some rain would definitely help out the aquifer. We'll see where we stand at the end of the week. I'm guessing we'll see this sort of curve back up. At least that's the hope anyway. 88 degrees in Comfort, 86 Kerrville, 89 Bandera, 89 New Braunfels. Starting to see some 90s on the map, so we know things are heating up. It feels warmer than that, than the air temperature you see there. And the forecast today calls for temperatures to get into the low 90s here in San Antonio. It'll feel like it's in the mid to upper 90s. Some places could see that heat index close to 100, if not a little bit above, especially south of San Antonio. Forecast looks like this: 93 degrees, 5 o'clock. We're down to 87 at 7 o'clock, 30% chance of rain. But that jumps up to a 50% chance by 10 o'clock and goes even higher overnight. We'll talk more about some of those overnight storms and look ahead to the rest of the work week coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. We want to give you an update this noon. Police now telling us that a man who was stabbed and killed last Saturday on the southwest side was murdered. Homicide detectives need some help, though, finding a suspect.
San Antonio police say the victim is 40-year-old Christopher Olivares. Neighbors found him stabbed in the 300 block of Kirk Place. Police believe the suspect or suspects took off in Olivares' car. It is a 2014 four-door white Lexus IS, license plate number HPH4110. Anyone with any information on the case is urged to contact SAPD's Homicide Unit 210-207-7635.
A man who shot and killed 5 people at a Maryland newspaper more than 3 years ago learned his fate today. Jared Ramos has been given 5 life sentences in prison without the possibility of parole. Back in July, a jury found Ramos criminally responsible for killing 5 people at the Capital Gazette newspaper in June of 2018. It was one of the deadliest attacks upon journalists in the U.S. The jury took less than 2 hours to reject his insanity defense.
And after years of accusations that he used his fame and influence to prey on and abuse minors, singer R. Kelly could now spend the rest of his life behind bars. He was convicted on 8 counts of racketeering and sex trafficking charges yesterday. 50 witnesses took the stand over the course of Kelly's 6-week trial. The prosecution alleging Kelly had encounters with 6 women. Lawyers for Kelly, who pleaded not guilty, said the relationships were consensual, suggesting the accusers were jilted lovers and fangirls trying to cash in.
For 30 years, we were overlooked. For 30 years, people said we were lying. For 30 years, people said this didn't occur.
I feel like justice has been served.
R. Kelly is scheduled to be sentenced May of next year. He faces a mandatory minimum of 10 years behind bars and up to life in prison.
A World War II veteran finally getting to meet his pen pal. How the pair ended up having a lot more in common than they thought.
A local spa offers the traditional ways to unwind. However, it also goes a step further, how they're working to educate our community about health and wellness topics for free. Details after the break.
Nowadays, the answer to your fitness or nutrition questions could be just a click away. But there's nothing quite like learning from the experts or like-minded people in the community.
And as New You producer Alyssa Medina shows us, one tranquil place is on a mission to get you those local resources in ways you might not expect from a traditional spa and resort.
There's a demand for people to have a place to rest, to reset, to just unwind.
When you think self-care, you might think massages and facials, but nowadays it can come in many different forms.
We're in this moment in time that it's just so paramount for us to really know that it's okay to pause and that we can take a moment for ourselves.
While spas can be one way to unwind, at Loma de Vida Spa, you can also turn to nature, knowledge, and community with their monthly Well You webinars.
There's a lot to share, and I think a lot of people, we think that they might know about wellness and what that means, and especially right now, emotional and spiritual, physical, and mental wellness is so forefront with the pandemic that we've been all living through.
Since her early days in hospitality, Laura Cron has always dreamed of helping others be healthy and happy.
It was just like, I think I have a bigger calling.
Using the spa as a platform, she set out on a long-time goal, partnering with UTSA's College for Health, Community, and Policy to share the science of health and wellness with San Antonio.
We looked at the expertise that we have in our faculty to come up with topics that were relevant to the research they're doing and are also relevant to day-to-day lives.
Everything from raising a teenager or spicing up your relationship to basic nutrition or their next topic, the truth about supplements.
I think one of the benefits of coming to something like this is that you are having experts who are objective, giving you information that is based on science, based on the research. The individual who's, for example, talking in a couple of weeks, she's a dietitian. She's not only a researcher, but she's a registered dietitian who's going to give you good, solid advice.
Born out of the pandemic, the series has seen success being virtual.
You can plug in and plug out, in your own home by going back and reviewing the presentations to learn more.
But now, Well You is looking forward to connecting with the community in person during their next event and their upcoming wellness retreat.
Part of the series is to help people make healthier decisions and to increase their education and their knowledge, but some of it's also personal growth, right? As we continue our journeys in life, we can always evolve and be healthier in whatever that health context may be.
For New You, Alyssa Medina, KSAT 12 News.
The next Well You webinar on supplements. It's happening on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. The event is free, but any donation will benefit scholarships for UTSA students in the health and wellness field.
I feel like I should be talking kind of, low.
Well, that music kind of had us going a little bit.
We've got a link to register on our website there. You can also find a list of the topics planned for the rest of the year.
That music is kind of the calm before the storm.
Right now.
Now that we've sufficiently relaxed everybody, let's talk about rain chances. That's something that'll put you to sleep. A good rain shower in the morning. We may see a little bit of that tomorrow. 86 so far today, 76 the low this morning, and the record is 104 set back in 2005. This is significant because that is our latest 100-degree day. That happened on September 28, 2005. That was a really hot day. Thankfully, we're not going to get that hot, but it will be toasty this afternoon. We'll look at those temperatures and talk rain chances coming up.
Had to wake Justin up. He was about to nap a while ago, thinking about rain.
Well, I was saying we're very
music.
calm before our storms.
Yeah.
How's that?
Nicely played. Yes, it is calm right now. And yes, we do think it could be a little bit stormy tonight. We're looking at the potential for a couple strong storms, maybe some heavy rain in spots. Hopefully it's just good rain for all of us. That's what we're hoping for. Let's go outside for you right now. We've got blue skies. Really a pretty nice day other than it is humid, yes, and it is fairly warm. 86 degrees at the airport. We're up to 91 now at Stinson, 88 Kelly, 87 at Randolph. So we're already above average, and many regards there. And as we look at the satellite picture, you see some of the clouds we had this morning. Those pretty much went away. Starting to see a few cumulus clouds develop out west, but mostly sunny skies at the moment. That's why temperatures are warming up the way they are. 86 in Seguin, 89 New Braunfels, 82 right now in Hondo, and you're at 91 in Carrizo Springs. A little bit of cloud cover out west of Del Rio. We'll watch some of that because it's these clouds bubbling here that could eventually develop into some thunderstorms and then work their way east a little bit later tonight. Dew points, as we mentioned, are high. It is humid out there. Dew points are in the 70s. That puts us in the oppressive category. What a change from last week where we had all that dry air. So then you have to start considering the heat index. It feels like 100 right now in Pleasanton, 99 in Gonzales. It feels like 94 in Uvalde. It's a steamy, steamy day out there, and I think temperatures will top out close to 93. There is a small chance of some pop-up storms throughout the late afternoon and evening hours, but the better chances will arrive later tonight with southeasterly winds 5 to 10. Here's what I'm thinking tonight. 60 to 70% chance of rain. There could be some heavy rain possible in spots, and winds will pick up a little bit too. And if we do see a line, which it looks like we may, along that line, expect some gusty winds as well. Here's the current setup. We have some pretty good storms around Houston. That's producing some good rain there, some showers and storms along the coast, but nothing here around San Antonio. As we look back out towards the west, the water vapor, we can see the spin in the atmosphere right there. There's our area of low pressure. It's bringing in some disturbances out of Mexico. And that'll be the case today and tomorrow. And then behind that, there's another area of low pressure that moves in that basically does something similar and brings more rain chances by the end of the week. So here's what our forecast looks like. 6 o'clock later tonight, starting to see some isolated showers and storms pop up, and then we'll start to see that development out west, places like Del Rio, back out into the Big Bend region, and then these work east. By 10 o'clock, our western counties are seeing some of these showers and storms. And again, initially, there could be a couple strong ones mixed in there, gusty winds being the main threat. And then they move east by midnight into 1 a.m., producing some heavy rain as they do, and then moving east by 4 a.m. and into the early morning hours on Wednesday. Still could see a few storms here around San Antonio, so the morning commute could be a little bit wet depending on the timing here. Of course, Adam Caskey will have more on that later this evening, and Mike will have the absolute latest tomorrow morning on GMSA. By midday, I think a lot of that rain is starting to move out, and when we're talking rainfall totals here in general, and this is all the way through Sunday morning. So this is not just tonight, all the way through Sunday morning. Widespread 1 to 3 inches, but there could be some spots of 4 to 5 inches mixed in here, which could cause a little bit of flooding in localized areas. And that's something we'll be watching very closely. Here's how it plays out in the 7-day forecast. 30% chance of rain today, 70% chance tonight, 30% chance tomorrow. I think we actually get a little bit of a break tomorrow afternoon. And then Thursday, some more storms may fire up in the afternoon, but especially as we get into Thursday night. And during the day on Friday, we could see widespread showers and storms, and that will linger over into Saturday morning before things taper off a little bit by the end of the weekend. But we went from a very quiet pattern to now a very active pattern this week, guys.
Certainly did. Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
A war veteran and a third grader didn't have a whole lot in common when they became pen pals. However, 12 years later, they do have a lot to talk about, how they were finally able to meet in person.
12 years ago, a third grader wrote this letter to Frank Grassberger. Dear World War II veteran, if it wasn't for you, we would never have freedom. Your friend, Deshauna Priest. At the time, Frank and his wife Dee wrote a letter back to little Deshauna, not knowing if she ever got it. But Frank has kept his letter all this time.
I'm very proud of this.
Jill Pulowski wanted to do something special.
They said they had been looking for her, and it just, I don't know, it just popped in my head, like maybe I can find her.
Jill tracking her down. Now 21 years old and only about an hour from where Frank and Dee live. Deshauna, who serves herself in the Army National Guard.
This is the girl, isn't it?
Yes.
Honest to God. Oh, I love you so much, kid.
We've looked for you
I really
for 12 years.
Deshauna revealing she also kept the letter Frank sent to her all those years ago.
I feel so special.
Spending 2.5 hours getting to know one another.
Frank even said in his interview, like, she is like a third daughter to me.
The story of the 95-year-old veteran and the 21-year-old who wrote him a letter back in 3rd grade, and the woman who brought them together.
We got tell you the truth, I never thought I'd see you. I never.
I'm trying very hard to keep it together right now. What to you makes a person strong?
Keeping a positive attitude through everything that's thrown at you in life. And Frank even said, I couldn't leave this world without knowing where she was and that she was okay. And, caring about someone who you don't even know.
I cherish it. I really do.
Jill tells me Frank and Deshauna talk all the time, and on Veterans Day each year, Vitalia Senior Residences recognizes their vets in a pinning ceremony. This year, Deshauna plans on being the one to give Frank his pin. And she says she can't wait to introduce him to her son. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
What a great
Sweet.
story.
Yeah, both of them were in tears.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. We're going to make you laugh now, though.
Oh, yeah, this is not a crying show right here. This is a laughing show.
And it's going to make you lick your lips and just, love the flavors we got going on here.
Yes, I mean, look at this dish right here. We are featuring a local Southeast Asian and Cajun fusion restaurant that's opening up a new location in town.
Yep, Pinch Boil House, and Chef Michael Gonzalez is here, and we are making curry, but not the curry you're thinking of, right?
Yes, we're making a Penang curry today. It'll be a Thai curry, and that is a lot different than Indian curry, that's for sure.
And it's because it's lighter, right?
It's lighter, it's not as thick as the Indian curry.
Okay, and it's all because, I had to sample it a little bit, and he's right about that. It's all because of all the ingredients here. We're going to tell you all about that coming up and tell you about their new place that's opening up as well.
And a vegan restaurant, Senor Veggie Pizza to Empanadas.
Yeah, a whole menu of things there at that place. Also, ready to decorate the house for fall. Rancho Diaz has decor for interior design, and they are a spinoff from a very familiar place that we've had on the show many, many times.
And it's bottoms up to a great deal of the day because it's National Drink Beer Day. Say what?
Okay.
Cheers.
But a lot of people are going, yeah, that was yesterday, that's tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. So it is another national day. Of course, it was National Daughter Day over the weekend. And now, to give equal time to the boys, it is National Sunday. And that's our social question day. Give a shout out to the young men in your life.
Yes, all that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.